So I wanted to go over how so there's an argument that conservatives like my dad make, and it's that in hospitals right now, the main amount of people who are in the hospital because of COVID are vaccinated people. Now, they're wrong, and I'm going to tell you why they're wrong. But the first thing I'll tell you is, look, can you end up in the hospital with COVID because okay, can you end up in the hospital because of COVID, even with the vaccine? Yes. I am more than sure that you can. And someone correct me. YouTube, I know you're probably going to try and take me down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can still end up in the hospitals with measles these days. There's a vaccine, but still, right? But are those numbers true? Well, in terms of Pennsylvania, they released numbers that show that in 2021, the people who have caused the most hospitalizations, between the amount of people who are either unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated, amounted to 97 in hospitals, amounted to 97% of the deaths. Okay, 95% of hospitalizations, and 94% of cases. So 94% of cases, 95% of hospitalizations, and 97% of deaths. 97. So, all of these numbers that conservatives should, it's all COVID people, it's all vaccinated people. Guys, look, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know all the facts, okay? Do I think it's highly effective? I don't know. I'm fully vaccinated because I knew UNLV was going to be authoritarian and make us get the vaccine. So, obviously, but, again, when you get the vaccine, are you fully protected from COVID? My assumption is that yes, but I don't think what they're saying, what the science is saying, is that you can still get COVID, but it's going to be a lot more mild than if you actually did not get the vaccination. So if you got the vaccination, it's going to be mild. You'll probably still have breathing problems. You'll still, whatever the symptoms are, but I don't know. Just trying to be careful because YouTube, you know how they are, trying to impose on our rights to post. They and say what we want, right? But they're saying that if you get the vaccine, at least it won't be that type of COVID where you're like completely dying. Okay, you still need to be quarantined. You still need to take care of yourself. But it will be a more mild case than if you didn't get it, you would most likely get a worst case scenario. And look, it's 50% effective against the Delta variant. I just remember turning on the YouTube app one day and hey, there's a Delta variant. How is it? I don't even know what the Delta variant is. But, I do, but it's like, I don't know how it came about. So, all these people that are going to the hospitals, now, a lot of them are saying, oh my God, there's adverse effects and side effects to the COVID vaccine. Yes, and I felt the tiredness a little bit, but I also felt the really sore arm. It was bad. And I mean, the first time I was like, oh wow, it's really sore. Woo! The second time, guys, I felt like my arm was blown off. Not blown, like broken. It was that bad. I could barely move it, but I had to because I had to move. I had to move. Otherwise, it was just not going to work. Like, it was just going to keep hurting. Yes, there are side effects. There are side effects to the pills you take. There's side effects to the liquid medicines you take. There's side effects to everything. But even with those side effects, you can tell that the COVID vaccine is working. So there's a graph that... Do I have something here? So I'm going to use this flash drive as an example. I don't have a graph. Here's the flat flash drive, right? And the COVID vaccine, without the vaccinations, those people who don't have it, the cases and the deaths are like And it just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. The people who do have the vaccine and who get COVID and go to the hospital is like this. It's going down the runway, it's going down the runway, going down the runway. Stops. It goes up a little bit. It's more of a flat line. But so you have this to like that. More of a line. Up. People who are vaccinated just shooting up. People who aren't vaccinated, I am terrible, and going to the hospital. And I'll tell you guys one thing. You know, people say, oh, it's not effective. Why are we taking vaccines? Guys, this vaccine is not effective. You know, it is effective. And it's helped to save 200,000 lives. 200,000 lives, of course, because it works. Do I know if it works all the way? I don't know that. I don't. But I'll tell you right now, you know what else worked? The polio vaccine, the smallpox vaccine, measles, mumps, whatever it is, mumps, rubella, rabies. All of those shots work. Why do you think we don't have an outbreak of measles right now? Like, oh, breaking news, CNN, there's an outbreak of measles. We don't have that. Yeah, there are people that still get it. Absolutely. I'm not going to lie. Laryngitis, H1N1, all of those vaccines worked. And rabies, rare kind of case. It's a rarity because if you get rabies, apparently you'll most likely 100% die. Okay? If you get rabies and then like a raccoon, like wild ass raccoon comes over and bites you, and then you go get the shot, you can still survive. Okay? If you get the vaccine and then you get rabies, it's not going to kill you. So, I'm not going to tell you whether you should get vaccinated or not. I think you should. I would. But if you don't want to, okay. Right? I'm not going to tell you anything. But what I'll tell you, guys, is this. 5 conservative radio hosts have died because they were anti-vaxxers, they didn't get the vaccine, and they were COVID skeptical. COVID don't exist. What the is everybody talking about? 3 to 4 of 5 of them, 3 to 5 of them, at least have said, on their deathbed, this is true, because families and all that have reported, holy fuck, I should have gotten the fucking vaccine. And it was too late. They're on their deathbed. It's over. So, guys, that's a heartbreaking statement. Don't be like them. If you want to get the vaccine, get the vaccine. If you think you maybe don't want to do it, at least do your research first. And if you think you need the vaccine, get the vaccine.